Totally Sarah's idea. Yeah, she's being Foxy Brown today, and I get to be Austin Powers. So, yeah. What's up? I like Halloween, but I think my wife likes it more. So, yeah. You know what? His costumes are sweet, though. If you look at those things, they're awesome. So. Oh yeah, they're way better. Look at that, being Kalani.
How are you feeling about this matchup against West Virginia as far as how you guys match up with their offense that's run heavy?
Well, I think they're for sure one of the best O-lines we've faced this year, if not the best O-line that we've faced. This scheme is creative, it's complicated. It causes you issues in matching up and needing to be very assignment sound. There's a reason why they run the ball well and why they lead the league in time of possession right now. So we got to do a great job being assignment sound, matching up what they do, and not losing our eyes in the run game.
Have you seen that improve as the season's gone on? Because that's always the hope, is to see that, guys being more assignment sound. Is that the case? Or?
Yeah, much improved. At Texas Tech, we were facing one of the best running backs in the country, and we held him pretty good. And then last week, facing one of the top guys in the conference and in the country again, and held him under 100 yards. And there's a lot of things improving each week. I think the run defense is one of those things that's getting better. We're still not where we need to be. There's opportunities for us to be more assignment sound in certain areas, and we've taken a lot of steps forward, but we still have a ways to go.
Even though you feel like there's a ways to go, do you feel like the knowledge of this scheme from the players with the new first-year scheme for this group, like they're ahead of schedule going into the final third of the season?
We are, and we're getting better. I mean, we just held Texas to 100 yards less than Alabama held them, and we held them to almost 200 yards less than Oklahoma held them. And that's a really talented, phenomenally talented offense. And so we're heading in the right direction. Like I say, we're not there yet. I don't know if I'll ever be content with exactly where we're at, just because I always believe there's something you can do to get better. But I do believe the scheme, we're starting to handle it better. We're for sure getting our techniques and fundamentals better. Again, we're on the right track. We're just not there yet.
How do you feel about the progress from Zay Banya? He had that play last week, but maybe his progress over the course of the season?
So when Isaiah Banya's on it, he's very talented. He can make huge plays for us. He can get pressure on the quarterback. He had the strip sack in the game where he recovered the fumble. So he's made huge plays for us. We need him to step up and show that game in, game out.
Kind of the same question about Crew Wakely. How do you feel like he's progressed as he's moved into that?
Well, I think Crew's played very well the last 2 weeks. In our grading system, he's graded as what we call a champion. Been very good, has made some huge plays for us the last 2 weeks. Helped create some turnovers, multiple turnovers now, and I like his progression where he's at.
What about Ciali Sarah? Do you think he's further along than maybe you expected him to be at this point?
He is. It's very hard in this defense to play as a true freshman. So him coming along and playing as much as he is, I think is a tribute to him and to Coach Enna, how he's coaching those guys. And he's made a lot of plays the last couple of weeks. So I think you'll see him just get better and better, and you'll see him a lot over the coming years in making plays on our defense.
Can the same be said for John Henry Daly? Is he kind of one of those guys?
Absolutely. I think John Henry's going to be a great player, and he's going to, you'll see his pass rush just get better and better. The kid was just barely got home off a mission. And so as time progresses, we expect him to be a great player in this defense.
Back to what you were talking about with assignment sound versus playing loose. How do you find the balance between overthinking, guys thinking too much, trying to be assignment sound versus playing the game, playing loose?
Well, a lot of that's probably my error. And I think there's weeks we maybe had too much, and I put too much on the players to know too many assignments. I got to do a better job of maybe simplifying and making sure they're in the best positions to be successful. And then again, I think it's a progression. They're going to continue to get better at it. We want to force feed it. We want to put them in the right calls at the right time. But, you got to do it without making mistakes.
Yesterday on Coordinator's Corner, A-Rod said that Big 12 refs call the kind of the pass interference call a little differently. Maybe they let a little more physicality. Have you noticed that too from your side of the ball?
Well, I have, and I love it. They let you be physical. They let you, play the game. They're not going to get overly involved, but they call the right ones. I love the officiating crews and how they've handled the games in the Big 12. I think they're spot on. but they let you play, and I think that's how the game's supposed to be.
What kind of a boost does the final? I mean, now that we're into the final 4 games of the regular season, does that give you guys a boost to sort of bring in new guys and maybe reinforcements in some ways with the new redshirt rule?
It for sure can. I mean, there's other guys that are going to play more, and there's some guys that can still use their 4 games in redshirt. So you'll see some of that right now, but then we're in a stretch run, and we're in 4 critical games. Nothing more important than West Virginia because they're playing very well right now. And, we got to give them our best shot come this Saturday. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jay.
Ruby.
Thanks, Austin. Hey, Jay.
What's up?
Hey, was it hard?
Halloween costume, sir.
Thank you.
Is it harder to take
Tried
Jay
to.
Hill serious when he's wearing that?
Did he coach that way?
Yeah, no, the whole day. Yeah, he was like that all day. It was awesome.
What are you going to be?
Last night I was a chef. I had this big chef hat on for the little trunk or treat for the kids. The kids liked it. I got a big Harry Potter costume that I got as well. But I'm not big into Halloween, to be honest. So.
You didn't try to dress up as Dumbledore to compete with Tom?
No. That was amazing though. He came into our room and it was pretty cool to see.
So there's a lot of focus on the offense and kind of the struggles as a kind of a player that's
Yeah.
been around a while. What's the key to maybe getting this thing going?
Yeah, I mean, there's no specific one thing that we need to do to change, flip everything around, right? It's everyone's got their things, everyone's got things to work on, and right now it's just simplifying things, going back to the basics, making plays, and getting confidence on in every aspect of the offense, and that's what we're doing. So we've had ups and downs. I mean, we've had some great plays, great games. We've had some not as good of games, and that's football. That's life, and so we're just going to focus this week on simplifying things and making plays.
Jay, we were just talking to Jay about this on the defensive side, and I'm curious from an offensive perspective, the difference between overthinking, because you have a lot going on in your head, what's the call, what's the route, what's the block scheme, all of that stuff, versus being loose and playing. How do you find that balance?
Yeah, I think it comes with preparation. Our coach always has a saying, Coach Fessy, is earn the right to be proud and confident. So it comes with, getting in the film room and being locked in during practice, and, also simplifying things too. It comes down to talking with the coaches during the game, before the game, during practices, and making sure that we're all proud and confident going into the game and going into each play. So it comes with preparation. Preparation's key. Yeah.
Is it harder when the chips are down? Because you guys have been in that situation, 2 of the last 3 weeks. Is it harder to feel that way when you fall behind and you really want to catch up and make big plays?
It is difficult when you're put in a situation where you feel like you have to change a bunch of things, the scheme, everything. When in reality it's just let's just go to the basics. Let's stick to what we know and what we do well. And so there are times that it does get hard, and you feel like you have to kind of go and change a bunch of things, but in reality, it's I think we do a good job of just kind of getting to the basics. Yeah.
How are you feeling health-wise right now? Have you been limited at all the last couple of weeks or no?
There's been a little. I mean, it's week 8. Like everyone, I feel like every single player on the team's going through a little something, and I've had my share of little injuries, but it's nothing to worry about, nothing to keep me out of playing. So we're feeling good going into this game, and hopefully we get everyone back and healthy and going into these last 4 games.
Kalani, after Saturday, kind of stood by Keaton pretty publicly. I'm curious, have you had conversation with Keaton at all? Or
Yeah.
Throughout this process, and what have they been like?
No, we're super close. Yeah, we're always building each other up no matter what. And like every quarterback in the whole world, there's ups and downs. And Keaton's a great example of staying level-headed. And he's been a great example to me. He's a great player. And it's not like the struggles that we have on offense aren't just Keaton, right? It's every position. So we need to figure things out and just get that confidence at every position. So I love Keaton and grateful for him and what he's been to our team and our offense.
At the risk of getting too technical, or obviously not trying to give away too much or whatnot, but
But what are the wide receivers' responsibilities in the run game and downfield blocking and that kind of thing? How can you guys maybe be a little bit better down there?
Yeah, I think it's just the mentality of being a dog. That's part of it. Also knowing our assignments, what we're doing backside, and being confident in that going into the game. And I feel, yeah, just knowing our assignments, having that mentality that we're going to take it to them and not, be the one to wait until they take it to us, and being that aggressor. So that's definitely a focus of ours going into these next games.
Headed into the last 4 games of the season, I like to call it redshirt season because of the new redshirt rules.
Yeah.
Playing 4 and all that. Does that give you guys a little bit of a boost? Because I know in particular, there are a bunch of freshmen in the wide receiver room that maybe you could see more time down here, kind of spell you guys, get some experience, that kind of thing. Does that help? Do you think that'll help you guys out down the stretch?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope to see a bunch of guys come in and play. We have some great players. Today we even saw that, that we're starting to mix in more guys and get them more reps. And so we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what, Fessy has in store for them, but they're ready. If they get put in, they're going to make plays. So we're excited for them.
Came in late, so I apologize if
No
this was already, but how you just feeling health-wise? Saw,
Yeah.
you're off to the side of the Texas game. Just how you feeling on that?
No, yeah, I was just they did ask that, and I was just saying that that it's week 8, and like everyone has their bumps and bruises, and I'm feeling good. I've had my fair share of little injuries and hip stuff and hamstring, whatever, little tweaks, but we're feeling good and healthy to go into this game. We're going to play, and hopefully everyone, that's a little bump, like has those bruises, that they're going to play as well. So
Just as important, maybe the mental side of this offense. Do you feel like this group still feels confident that you guys can execute at a high level and go on the road?
Yeah, of course. We have our ups and downs in the season. Every team does. And so we're not going to let, a bad game, put us down. So we're going to go in and score a lot of points this game, and I can promise you that.
What's the key against this West Virginia defense?
Yeah, I think just executing. Go to the basics and do what we do. We've executed before. We've put up a lot of points in games, and that's not a problem. It's just executing and doing our assignments and being where we need to be at the right time and making our quarterback confident that we're going to be there and we're going to make a play. So it's just coming up with those plays and scoring points. That's how you win. So we're going to go do that. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Chase.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
What's up?
You a Halloween guy? I don't
Hate
see
Halloween.
Okay.
No.
Not a Halloween guy.
Yeah, I won't tell my kids that. Huh? See, I do love candy. I hate Halloween. I sound like the Halloween Grinch, but it's all good.
Different holidays for different people. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I wish
you got a lot to choose
my I would say 4th of July, go right to Christmas. we go 5 months of getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah, I do love Thanksgiving, so that's what we did.
I love yeah.
There's a lot of football though in that time, so you're busy.
See,
in
I
that
need
time.
a rest from football at that time, man.
So obviously a lot of focus on the offense and how you guys can get it going. Kind of what do you see from your perspective as what you guys kind of need in these last 4 games?
Yeah, well, answer your question minus the last 4 games part. We are just super excited, honestly, for this. The whole message is these are 1-game seasons now moving forward. And it's easy to get caught up in, our deficiencies. Like, yeah, we have to fix certain things, but our full attention is on the excitement, the opportunity we have to beat West Virginia. And you could feel the energy today at practice. Guys are really locked in. I thought it was a really clean practice, a lot of execution. And so, off of a loss, I really do love the energy that the guys brought today.
I feel like you got the depth to, obviously 1-game season, but you feel like you got the necessary depth to navigate this stretch and still be in a position to execute at a high level.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think we have the depth. I mean, we know. I don't know if there's a team out there, 8-9 weeks into the season that don't have issues with depth, and that's our job as coaches, is to get the next guys ready in the event. So whatever injuries they're happening right now, but I really do, and I know I speak for the other coaches, we feel good about our depth, and we love our chances to go in and give West Virginia the best we have.
West Virginia on defense, are they similar to anyone in this conference? I know this league does a lot of 3-3-5 looks, but what does West Virginia kind of do? Are they similar to anyone?
Yeah, they're similar to a lot of the even odd front teams that we've played. They mix in their front a little bit in what they do, coverage-wise. A lot of cover 4, cover 3. They play tough, they play hard, they play physical. So they're a lot like they're more like a lot of the defenses we've played than not. And there's some differences in personnel here and there, but man, they're a good team, and you can tell as you watch film that they take pride in the brand of football that they have. And so we'll have a good test, but like I said, we're super excited for the opportunity.
A-Rod said on Coordinator's Corner that the Big 12 officials maybe call the pass interference and allow a little more physicality. Have you noticed that, and has that affected your receivers?
Yeah, I've noticed it. I can say it's affected it, but one thing, instead of giving guys opportunities to find excuses, like I love preaching the message that it's just going to require us to be stronger route runners. I brought up the other day in meetings, Keelan on kind of an in and out route that we have on a corner that he caught. He was getting draped pretty good, and I told him there are guys all over college football and the NFL who maybe wouldn't be able to get out of that and would complain for a flag, but he was a perfect example of playing physical and strong in the way you run a route. There's a ton of receivers out there who are fluid, who are fast, who are nifty, but when hands get on them, it's done. And I think the great receivers, I think look no further than Puka. Like, he was hard to hold and latch onto. And so, yes, I've noticed that some refs are a little more forgiving than others on that, but message to my room is who cares? You can't leave it in the hands of the ref. Play strong and get open.
Sometimes when the chips are down, it can be hard for guys to not try and do too much. And we talk about that on defense, but it can be true on offense as well. Chase was saying, one of your messages is, hey, be prepared. Get put in the preparation to be ready to be confident.
Yeah.
How do you do that as a coach to try and make sure that they're focused to the right level, not trying to do too much, but not losing focus and not doing too little, because there's a balance.
Exactly.
Right there.
Yeah, I think anytime you can bring up reference points and something that these guys can relate to a little bit outside of the game, I think the more that message can resonate. And so I think it's a matter of posing questions to them in their lives when things, where they felt a little anxious. What were the steps you took to get over that and not overdo things? And as they have dialogue and think about those things, and now you just frame that into the football sense and say, it's no different. Like, sometimes the entertainment, the energy of college football, social media, everything can create it just compounds that anxiety and trying to overdo things. And so that's part of our job as coaches, is framing a message that way. And I think they've done a great job with that. I don't sense any kind of panic or angst over this. They're all super excited and have the right type of energy.
Do you see an opportunity for any of these young players, like a JoJo Phillips, to maybe earn some playing time in this final month of the season, maybe?
Yeah, for sure. He's got 3 games left. He's done a great job every week. He continually comes along, and so for sure, if the opportunity presents itself, I would love to see JoJo out there and making plays and getting some use of the games that he is able to play.
Has Keanu got a chance to play and make the trip to West Virginia?
That we'll find out. It's a day-to-day deal with him. So they worked him out today. He's looking good. Usually by Wednesday, Thursday, they give us kind of the final go, but today I do not know that.
Is his injury stem from the setback he had in fall camp?
No. Yeah, it happened before the TCU game. So
Kind of on the same token of depth and injuries and that kind of thing, have you noticed, it's obviously not totally new anymore, but have you noticed that 4-game redshirt policy, new rule, kind of help down the stretch in terms of depth and being able to fill guys in a little bit better and that sort of thing? Because I think that was sort of the intent of the rule change, right? Was to be able to boost that. Has that helped you guys?
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm not sure what the intent was, and if it was, that's awesome. But to Mitch's point, like, that's one of the reasons we feel good about our depth, is because we're able to bring these guys along who are able to play 4 games without losing their year, and they now have, with fall camp included, 11, 12 weeks of being in the system. And so I'm sure BYU fans will see a lot of a good mix of these redshirt candidates who we're going to need as depth late into the season.
When you were with Jay Hill up at Weber, did he dress up for Halloween?
Yeah, this is, what? This is new to me. I was shocked when I saw that. I was like, who is this clown out here? And I was like, wait, that's Austin Powers. But I do remember he was I think he gets that from his wife. Sarah's awesome. She was always, coming to just taking all the holidays. I mean, I remember on April Fool's, she brought in donuts, and I was the first one to eat it, and it was just filled with horseradish, and I almost threw up. So they're pranksters. They love holidays. I love it. They bring a lot of energy. Jay, I do remember Jay dressing up for certain events, but I don't remember practicing in his Halloween costume. I think it was awesome. It was a good mix-up.
Does it help keep things light during tough circumstances after a loss?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely helps. Whether we won or lost, it's just that energy's good, you know. And our guys are up, man. Like we're good. We're you know, there's no somber, dark feelings here. But the costume was definitely a good burst of energy. So.
Your wife's never pulled you into a couple?
No. She knows I hate Halloween, and there's some zero compromising stuff, and Halloween's one of them. But I am gonna go see my kids, you know, later on tonight and watch them have fun with it. And I'm a good sport. I put the smile on, even though inside I'm like, I just want to go home and drink hot chocolate and watch TV. So. All right, appreciate you guys.
Your Kalani costume.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Bessie.